Hey, what's up everyone, and welcome to my top 10 most anticipated movies of 2013. Now, a couple days ago I did my top 10 most anticipated video games of 2013, so if you want to go check that out, go ahead. It should be in the suggestions bar on to the right of your computer screen. Now, next year is a huge year for not only video games, but for movies. There's going to be just so many high-profile movies. Either it's a comic book movie or just a straight-up blockbuster movie with big special effects. It's going to be a sci-fi movie. It's going to be a fantasy movie, sequel. It doesn't matter. It was very hard for me to do this top 10 without, of course, putting a lot of movies in the honorable mentions. But I cut it down to 6 movies in my honorable mentions and, of course, 10 for the just regular movies. And also, one more thing before I start. A lot of these movies do not have trailers yet, so you're going to see a lot of posters or just clips of the movies or just screenshots of the, actors on set or something. So, yeah, expect that. So, anyway, let's get into the honorable mentions with the first one, which is, of course, The Hunger Games: Catching Fire. I don't know why I said of course. A lot of people probably thought this was going to be in my top 10 because I love the first one. Well, you know what? I saw it again and I was a little less enthusiastic about it. I saw a lot of real bad plot holes, some wooden acting for the supporting cast. I was like, okay, I like it a little bit less, but I'm still looking forward to Catching Fire. Haven't seen any clips of it, of course. There's no clips you're watching right now. So, yeah, I'm excited for it only because it's the sequel. I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. So yeah, Hunger Games: Catching Fire, which to be honest is probably what I'm going to catch because I didn't put it on my top 10. So yeah. The Lone Ranger. Now, I am very much looking forward to this film, but I'm a little scared that it's just going to be one of those silly Disney remakes of a classic TV show that was very cheesy back then, probably cheesy, really cheesy nowadays. And, I'm just a little skeptical that it's just going to be a very forgettable film, but from what I've seen in the trailers, it looks like it'd be a very fun time. Johnny Depp, of course, I love Johnny Depp. Armie Hammer as Lone Ranger. I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. The trailers got me pumped, but not enough to put it on my top 10. Oz, the Great and Powerful, which I am really looking forward to this film. Do not get me wrong, I would put it in my top 10 if that new trailer did not come out and show me how goofy this movie is going to be. It's going to be extremely goofy. Now, I love Sam Raimi, I really do, but that little bit of humor that he put in that last trailer really turned me off a little bit. Now, the visuals look amazing. I love the actors, love James Franco as the, of course, the Wizard of Oz. I love the premise of the Wizard of Oz before he became the Wizard of Oz. I love it. I think it looks really cool, but that last trailer, the last, I would say 30 seconds kind of turned me off. But yeah, anyway, Oz, the Great and Powerful, still looking forward to it, but that last trailer, a little iffy. G.I. Joe: Retaliation. Now, I am looking forward to this film a lot. It looks super badass, but again, it looks very silly, and that first movie, while being very entertaining at times, was a bad movie. It was definitely a B movie, but this one, the trailers they showed, it looks like it could be a lot of fun. The action looks much better. The special effects look absolutely so much better. The special effects in the first movie were ass, but this one looks much better. It really does. And I don't know, I'm looking forward to it. It got pushed back a whole year just to add 3D, but I don't know. I don't think that's gonna hurt the film. So anyway, yeah, I'm looking forward to G.I. Joe: Retaliation. Man, Gangster Squad, see, it's coming out next month. It's going to be cool. They're shooting people in the theater. Man. Yeah, well, that's going to be cut out of the movie. But still, if you saw that trailer, you know what I'm talking about. And Gangster Squad looks like it could be a very entertaining film. All these trailers just, make it look like a very noirish type film, but very fun and goofy at the same time. It could be very dramatic, but it's probably going to be very violent, very dumb. I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. Ryan Gosling looks badass in it. Josh Brolin looks great. Of course, Sean Penn, like I said, he looks awesome in this film. I cannot wait for his performance in general. But again, like all the other movies I pretty much talked about, it could be a very goofy film. So yeah, I am looking forward to it though. A Good Day to Die Hard, which I personally love that title, so screw you haters, screw you. But yes, I am looking forward to this film, even though it is directed by the guy that did Max Payne, which I thought was a horrible film. It has Bruce Willis, it has Die Hard in the name. I'm gonna see it. I love almost every single Die Hard film. The second one being the exception. I like it. I just don't love it. But I love all the other ones. Yes, that means the third and the fourth one I do. But the first one's one of my favorite movies of all time. But like I keep saying, it does look very stupid. I mean, I saw both those trailers, and how many freaking glass windows are you gonna shatter through? I mean, they jump out of like 15 glass windows in these two trailers. Oh my god. So yeah, it looks stupid, but it's Die Hard. It's Die Hard. But now we get into the top 10 most anticipated movies of 2013. And of course, we start off with the number 10 film. Kick-Ass 2 is my number 10. Oh, wait a minute. No, it's not. It's Kick-Ass 2 and Thor: The Dark World. That's right. This one is a tie between two comic book sequels. Kick-Ass 1 was such a, guess what, kick-ass movie that I cannot wait for the sequel. The first one just had so many great action scenes, so many great one-liners, and so many funny jokes. I loved it. Nicolas Cage was great. Aaron Johnson as Kick-Ass was great. Of course, Chloe Grace Moretz as Hit Girl. I thought she was great in that, so I cannot wait to see the escalation of these characters. I heard the comic book itself that this is based on isn't that great, and it's not directed by Matthew Vaughn this time, which is a little sad, but I'm still looking forward to it very much so. So yep, Kick-Ass is my number 10, but also we have Thor: The Dark Worlds, which of course I loved the first movie. I thought the visuals were absolutely amazing. When they were on Asgard, I was like, damn, this is visually excellent. It looks so beautiful. I love Chris Hemsworth as Thor. I think he's a fantastic actor, and I love him in this and any other movie really that he's been in, like Cabin in the Woods, Red Dawn. I think there's something else. Oh yeah, that freaking Snow White movie that came out. I thought he was great in all of those movies. And to be honest, I know this is going to make me sound kind of sappy, but I kind of enjoyed the little romance between Natalie Portman and Chris Hemsworth. I don't know. I thought that was, nice. So I'm really looking forward to the sequel. I heard it's going to be much more fantasy based. It's going to have elves and orcs and all that kind of stuff. So I am really looking forward to this movie. Comes out later next year, just like Kick-Ass 2, not 3. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. So anyway, that was my number 10, Kick-Ass 2 and Thor: The Dark World. Elysium, which is directed by the guy that did District 9, one of my favorite movies of 2009. Of course, his name is Neil Blomkamp, and I'm so looking forward to this film. First of all, I think the plot here is fantastic. I'm not going to explain it. Go look it up yourself. I think it looks great. Matt Damon's in it, and he's playing an ex-con. And if you saw that one picture of him where he's like kind of like bald and looking gruff, I'm like, dude, we haven't really seen Matt Damon like this, where he's going to play that rough and gruff military dude. I mean, kind of in the Bourne trilogy, but yeah, I mean, he was still like, a calm kind of guy. He just whooped some ass. Here it looks like he's actually going to be that kind of, somewhat biker type dude, which is kind of cool. I don't know why. That's really cool. And I love Neil Blomkamp. I thought District 9 was such a good movie. They gave him much more of a bigger budget so they can add more stars to it. So hopefully this is going to be fantastic. Also, Charlton Copley, the guy that starred in District 9, is in this, and he's actually a leading character here. And I cannot wait to see what he does here. I love Neil Blomkamp. I really do. So I'm so excited for this film. There you go. There's Elysium, my number 9. Oblivion, which is another sci-fi film, and no, it is not a movie based on Elder Scrolls 4. Don't make that joke. Stop it. I'm tired of it. But this is actually a movie starring Tom Cruise, and it's directed by the guy that did Tron Legacy, which I think is a great film. I know a lot of people don't, but I really enjoy that. Watched it a few times now, and I still love it. The story here looks very interesting. I mean, Tom Cruise is a drone repairman that actually has to go down on Earth, which is like a wasteland now after years and years of war, and he has to collect these drones and of course repair them whenever something bad happens. And of course he figures out some conspiracy. I'm not gonna spoil it, even though the trailer kind of spoiled it. And it looks very interesting. The visuals are absolutely amazing. They're not like, oh, in your face, like, oh, look at this alien, look at this. No, it's like just environmental stuff, and it looks beautiful. I cannot wait for this film. Hopefully it's going to be more of a personal story than just a straight up dumb action film, but it looks really creepy at times, looks very beautiful, and I love Tom Cruise. I really do. And I love the guy that directed Tron, and this is actually based on his own comic book, so I'm really looking forward to this. Oblivion is my number 8. The Wolverine is my number 7, and yes, I do know the first movie is not very good, but I still enjoy it on a B-movie level. Now, I'm looking forward to this film because 2 reasons. One, I love the plot here, where he's actually, Wolverine, of course, Logan, whatever you want to call him, is actually in feudal Japan, and he's training with a bunch of samurais, and I think that's really cool. And it's directed by James Mangold, who did 3:10 to Yuma, which is a fantastic Western. Now, of course, this is not Western if it's in Japan, and it's with samurai, samurais and stuff, but I really want to see what he's going to do with this. I want some cool, like awesome sword fights. I mean, I love sword fights, especially the really tense ones, and I really want to see what happens here. I love Wolverine as a character. I really do. I love him in the first 3 X-Men movies. Yes, even the third one. The third one's not that great, but I still love him as a character. And I just want to see him have more character development. I want him to be developed more as a person than just like a raging beast monster. And don't get me wrong, I want to see that part too, but I want him to be more of a person as well. And I want to see more characters come in. I want to see that awesome, supposedly awesome villain, the Silver Samurai, just like whoop Wolverine's ass, and then Wolverine rises like Batman and just like whips his ass at the end. That's what I'm gonna guess is gonna happen. And I'm really looking forward to this film. It looks like it could be very well done. I don't know. It looks great, even though I haven't seen a trailer. I'm just going to go and say it's going to be great. So yeah, there it goes. Number 7 is The Wolverine. The World's End, which is of course directed by Edgar Wright and starring Nick Frost and Simon Pegg once again. And if you do not know, this is actually supposed to be the conclusion of, I can't remember what they're calling this trilogy, but it's a trilogy that started of course with Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz, and now it's going to end with The World's End, which is a perfect way to end it. To be honest, it's in my top 10 already just because of who's directing it, Edgar Wright, and who's starring in it, Simon Pegg and Nick Frost. When they collaborate, it is amazing. Hot Fuzz is one of my favorite buddy cop movies ever made, and Shaun of the Dead, in a way, is probably one of my favorite horror comedies ever. I mean, they are 2 perfect comedies in my opinion, and I cannot wait to see what they're going to do with this. This one's a little different. This one's not really going for a specific genre, besides maybe sci-fi in a way, because the world's going to end, and what these guys decide to do, of course, Nick Frost, Simon Pegg, and probably some other people, decide to go pub crawling. So they'll just go to a bunch of pubs and just hang out before the world's end. Yeah, the world's ending. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to this, just because that plot seems like it could just have so many gags, so many fun things in it. I don't know. I just can't wait for it. I really do. It might even be dramatic in some way. I don't even know. I don't know. Anyway, there you go. There's number 6, The World's End. The Hobbit, The Desolation of Smaug, which of course, this is the movie of the Hobbit trilogy that was actually not supposed to happen. It was supposed to be just 2 movies. It was supposed to be, of course, An Unexpected Journey, and then There and Back Again. But now we have Desolation of Smaug, and I am looking forward to it. One reason why is because I really want to see how they're going to do Smaug, how they're going to make him look, because I never read the book, but I heard Smaug is supposed to be one of those, like, awesome classic villains, and I can't wait to see how they pull him off. Of course, I want to see the continuation of the adventure. This is supposed to be the middle one, and usually, the second of a trilogy is always the best. So, I'm crossing my fingers. Hopefully this will be better than The Hobbit, which I loved. I gave it a really high score, but maybe this one will get that perfect 10. I don't know. Maybe this will be the Dark Knight of the trilogy. I don't know, but I'm really looking forward to it. There's like no information being posted about it yet, but it's coming out next December, and I am pumped for it because I love me some Hobbit, I love me some Lord of the Rings, and I love you, Peter Jackson, you cushy little bastard. I love you. So anyway, there you go. The Hobbit, Desolation of Smaug. Ah, look up in the air. It's a bird. It's a plane. No. It's the Steel Man. Superman. Man of Steel is my number 4 movie. And I wasn't really all that excited for this film. Even after the trailer came out for The Dark Knight Rises, I was like, you know what? It looks decent, but I'm not really excited for it. Then that new trailer came out a couple days ago, and now I'm pumped. I am truly pumped. Zack Snyder's directing it, but Christopher Nolan is producing it. So hopefully Christopher Nolan will smack around Zack Snyder whenever he wants to, put a bunch of half-naked women in it, or just decide, hey, everything needs to be slow motion. Yeah, 5-hour movie because everything is in slow motion. But no, when I saw that trailer, all I felt was goosebumps. I was like, oh god, I don't even like Superman that much as a character, but this looks awesome. Now, a thing they didn't really show that much in the trailer is Superman, really, Henry Cavill. Now, they did show him plenty, don't get me wrong, they showed him enough, but they didn't show him acting, so I'm not sure if he's going to be great in this. But I can tell you right now that supporting cast looks fantastic. I mean, you have Russell Crowe, Amy Adams, Diane Lane, Kevin Costner, Michael Shannon as Zod. And kind of like Oblivion, it's not like shoving the visuals in your face. It's more like, hey, look, that's a cool visual, right? All right, next thing. And it looks great. It really does. I cannot wait for this film. Man of Steel, you can count me excited. Zack Snyder, you better not screw it up. Christopher Nolan, smack him around a little bit. So there you go. Man of Steel is my number 4. Pacific Rim is my number 3, and just like Man of Steel, I was not looking forward to this film that much before I saw the trailer, and when that trailer came out, oh god, that trailer was dope. It was just like people have been saying, it's Mobile Suit Godzilla. That's pretty much it. It really is. It looks awesome. It's robots, huge robots versus Godzilla. And I cannot wait for this film. One thing I actually loved about the trailer was that it looks very over the top and cheesy, but it's actually going for somewhat of a serious tone. And I love that they don't show too much of the monsters too, which I thought was great. The visuals for the monsters themselves, the special effects are so well done, and it reminded me a lot of Cloverfield, where they didn't show you too much of the monster, and they only showed you like a little part of it, then maybe a little bit of the face, and then the head, maybe the body, and then the head. It didn't show you a full-scale look of the monster, and I really enjoyed that. Most likely, this movie's going to get terrible reviews, but I'm telling you right now, it blew me away. I am so excited to see this film. It looks like it could be a lot of fun. Script-wise, it might be terrible, but just fun level, entertainment level, it'd probably be like skyrocketed. It might just be out of this world. And it's directed by Guillermo del Toro, so we should expect it to be at least decent. So yeah, there's Pacific Rim. I'm telling you right now, my jaw hit the floor when I freaking saw that trailer, and I think it hit so hard it might have caused an earthquake. So if you had an earthquake recently, sorry about that. So anyway, there was number 3. Now we're going to get into the final 2 movies that I cannot wait for next year. Which one's going to be number 1? Well, we'll find out right now. Now, my top 2 most anticipated movies of 2013 are Star Trek Into Darkness, which of course is the sequel to J.J. Abrams' reimagining of the Star Trek universe, and Iron Man 3, which is, of course, the continuation of the Iron Man series. This one takes place after the Avengers, and this one's directed and, I think, written by Shane Black. Both of these movies look absolutely amazing. Iron Man 3, while Iron Man 2 disappointed some people, I thought it was still a very fun film. The Avengers definitely made me go, wow, Iron Man is still an awesome character, and I cannot wait for Iron Man 3. And when I saw that trailer, they put so much emotion in there and so much, like, just great dialogue. And it even gave the Mandarin, even though he's, you barely see him, you hear him a lot, they gave him a lot of just, like, sinisterness, and you're like, oh, this is going to be a great villain. It's going to be probably the best villain in Iron Man movies ever. Probably in any Marvel movie out there, hopefully, because he looks so good as, of course, Ben Kingsley as the Mandarin. He looks so great, and I can't wait to see this because of him and, of course, Robert Downey Jr. and the amazing special effects and action that are going to be in the film. I can't wait to see the conclusion of the Iron Man trilogy. Most likely there'll be another one, but I don't know. Maybe it'll just end here. I mean, who knows? Probably not, but who knows? And of course you have Star Trek Into Darkness, which the first movie I absolutely loved. I loved the hell out of that film. To be honest, even though a lot of people would say otherwise, I think this is probably better than Wrath of Khan. I'm talking about the first movie, of course. And I don't care. I'll say it right now. I've seen Wrath of Khan a few times, and I love that film to death. But I think Star Trek 1 is, the 2009 one is better in my opinion. It's very funny, very heartfelt at times. You definitely feel that bond between Kirk and Spock forming, even though they kind of hate each other in the beginning. I think the actors did a fantastic job. The visuals were absolutely breathtaking in that film. I love Star Trek, and I cannot wait for this. This trailer did exactly what Iron Man 3's trailer did, and it built it up. It really did. It built up that, like, oh, who's this bad guy? And then they showed you him, and it's like, oh, it's Benedict Cumberbatch. He's being a badass. The Enterprise is just like, oh, what are we going to do? You see all this amazing visuals. You see Spock. You see Kirk. You see Simon Pegg's character, Scotty. You're like, man, I cannot wait to see what's going to happen in this. Who's going to die? You don't know. This villain could screw the Enterprise up bad, and I don't know. I'm scared. And the visuals in this looked amazing. I cannot wait for this film. I love me some Star Trek. Maybe not the older films, besides, of course, Wrath of Khan, but I cannot wait for this. I love the first one, and I cannot wait for this and Iron Man 3. But the real question is, which one is my most anticipated movie of next year? Well, guess what? I'm going to answer you right now. The most anticipated movie for me of next year is Star Trek Into Darkness. That's right. I picked this because I love that last one so much. If I could go back and give that movie best movie of 2009, I would. And even if I didn't like that movie, I would tell you straight up, this might be one of my most anticipated movies of next year, because this trailer blew me away. The visuals look so amazing. Just the villain himself, he narrates in the beginning, then you see him, be a badass, and you're like, wow. Even though the Mandarin looks great as a villain, I think he might be my favorite villain next year, if he isn't, suck ass, kind of like Nero from Star Trek 1. I'm sorry, I like Nero from Star Trek 1, but he's not an amazing villain at all. But I cannot wait for this film. It looks so good. Iron Man 3, I already explained why I cannot wait for that film, and it definitely is my number 2. And number 2 is a huge thing, because next year there's so many movies that I cannot wait for. So many movies that I even mentioned to you in this top 10, or even in the honorable mentions. Like, I'm still looking forward to The Great Gatsby, the Evil Dead remake, After Earth, the Carrie remake, Anchorman 2, World War Z, and hell, even 42, the Jackie Robinson biopic I'm really looking forward to. So yeah, next year is a huge year for films. I cannot wait, but Star Trek Into Darkness is my number 1 most anticipated, unless something comes out or some new trailer for a movie I already talked about comes out and proves me wrong. But Star Trek, I think, is going to be the best movie next year. That's my prediction. Sorry. Anyway, there you go. There's my top 10. I hope you enjoyed it, even if you didn't agree. You know what? In the comments, tell me your top 10 or top 5 or top 3 or just your most anticipated, whatever. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you, and goodbye.